Truly Vlog exclusive.
Alright guys, so the first joke is, how did the chicken cross the road? Now I'm just playing with y'all boys. What's up TV squad, and here's my video on how to be funny. I'm assuming you're here for one of three reasons. One, you just don't think you're funny, like you don't have confidence in yourself of being funny. Two, you're around your friends or a group of people and you made like an awkward friends joke nobody laughed at. You're sitting down regretting why you even thought to say it. Or three, you're trying to impress somebody, and in most situations it's probably a girl, because I mean, just based off what 7D said, I'm pretty sure that's a decent reason why you're here. So I'm gonna go into a couple categories of how you can be funny and things that are funny. I should have about like around 8 to 10 examples to be sure, but the first example is like saying and doing stupid things. There's a Twitch streamer called Mizkif, and I'm probably going to be using his clips to show examples of things that are funny, because in my opinion he's got to be like the funniest Twitch streamer, and using stuff from him should help, and you'll be able to create your own stuff off of it. Now if you don't laugh at all, like during this whole video, like at all, like 0%, obviously I'm lying to you and you need to just go watch a different video. But let me start with the first example. Yeah, that wasn't the right clip. Hold on.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
You're so thoughtful. Yeah, because you just graduated, so I got you.
I haven't graduated. I graduate in a few weeks.
Yeah, oh, okay then. Oh! You didn't graduate.
Alright, you see, that's the first example of just doing something stupid or random. You see, you just threw in the garbage can, like, oh, you didn't graduate, well, then what's the point of having it? And I'll show another clip of him doing something stupid.
He's your friend.
Yeah, but friends don't steal. Am I gonna go to your house and steal your chicken? No.
Why do you say chicken of all things?
Well, I usually say chicken when I can't think of any other word to say.
Alright, fair enough.
Like, the two things I used to say to my dad all the time when he tried to talk to me is chicken and I'm gay.
Are you gay?
No, but I would just say that all the time.
I'm starting to think you are, considering you haven't really made a move on your girl.
How? Okay, what am I supposed to do? Put on VR gloves and touch her? Like, I don't, what do you mean put a move on? Like, I'm doing everything I fucking can. Are you a Maya frog?
I've only seen her stream one time, her charity stream.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I said it, that last part killed me. But basically the context behind this clip is the girl he's talking to at that point in time lived in California. He lived in Texas, so basically him saying the VR thing was like, that was the funny part to me, and I don't expect y'all to laugh at like literally every single clip, like, cause everybody has a slightly different sense of humor. I'm assuming at this point you've at least gotten the concept of like doing stupid and like saying and doing stupid random things. So now I'm gonna go on to the second category, which would be roast. So I don't really have a clip of him like really roasting anybody to the point where I was dying. I think it was just like, some random mediocre thing he would say, just conversation based. So I'm just gonna say a few of mine, and my delivery might not be the best because I'm a little tired, so probably won't be funny, but I'm just gonna say it and you could use it. Like, there's nothing I could really do. You're probably gonna use it anyway, so I'll just say them, like a few of mine. Alright, so the first one is, you probably got a depressed llama in your backyard named Sebastian. Now, I know my delivery is terrible, but if you say it right, it could be pretty funny. And you might be like, well, Vilon, isn't this like technically stupid too? Well, yes, most things that are funny are probably either stupid, true, or sarcasm. So 9 times out of 10, it's probably one of those. For my second one, it'll be, every time you speak, it sounds like you're gurgling glass shard. And my third and final one I'm giving you is, you probably took all the dude's ears and toes for 2 cents an hour. Now, if you say this with like any of those with decent delivery around your friends, and you're roasting each other, if you're just about guaranteed to get a laugh, because they're all pretty stupid. And you could even Like if it comes down to it, you can even just start writing them down and try to memorize them. Now personally, I don't do that, but I mean, hey, whatever helps. Nobody could judge you if they don't know, so just obviously don't tell anyone. All that would do is you give them a roast for them to roast on you, which wouldn't help. Now for the third example would be over-exaggeration, and I'm just going to show you a clip and explain like I did with the first one.
Yeah, unplug the ones you plugged in.
She needs to plug in that cable into the graphics card, the one hanging out right in front low.
Shit.
Wait! Are you dead?
No?
Okay. Unplug the PC from the wall first. Okay. You're not dead.
Oh, wait, could I have died?
Yes.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's an example of over-exaggeration. He made her think she could have died for a little bit, but she wasn't going to die, but it still wasn't smart what she was doing. But she didn't know any better, so it's whatever. Now on to the next example, which would be reverse sarcasm. Now, reverse sarcasm and sarcasm are almost the same thing, except it just like depends on like the ending delivery. And I made the term of like reverse sarcasm with myself, but I'll show you an example of what I mean, and you should like probably catch on quick.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That was cringe.
It's okay, Macalya. I expect nothing less from you. But you're my good friend, and I love you. Even though you gave me a weird champ in the DMs and said you're not my friend, which is total. What'd you say?
I said, like, you turned fake after the viewers or something.
Duh.
Because you.
Next question. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
So instead of regular sarcasm, instead of saying like, nah, for real, what he did was he basically imploded on the fact of what she said and basically like reversed it to make it like seem like that he was actually being fake, but he wasn't, and she didn't really expect that. And I know you didn't either, and that's the reverse and random part about it, which is supposed to make it funny. Now for the next section, it would be implying the opposite, which is basically like saying something and misleading someone to like think something and then switch it up and then completely doing something else, which I will show you the clip for.
Macalya, what's with you and trying to force people to do things they don't want, okay? First, it's like, yo, Tyler, I got a dildo, you want to use it? And now you're trying to make us date. I'm calling you, Macalya. I'm gonna fucking flip a shit on you. I'm calling a guy named Mac Lemon. No, I want to call Macalya. How do you spell Macalya? M-A-C-I... Let's do this. Get in the call. Come on. I'm gonna show her who's boss. Oh,
What is wrong with you?
Hey, what's up?
Dude, I'm not trying to be controlling. I'm just saying you guys actually worked out. Why don't you try to date her?
No, yeah, you're right.
I don't know why that makes me look bad.
No,
I'm
it
trying to
doesn't.
help
I'm
you.
sorry. It's fine.
She's really nice.
No, it's pretty obvious what he did. He went from acting like an alpha to acting like a beta. I'm just gonna assume you know what that means. Not gonna try to explain that. But yeah, that was the implying the opposite. Now for the sixth thing, I think. Yeah, it should be 6. The next thing is mocking other people with different voices. Now, this has probably happened to you, or you've probably done it before, so you know how to do it. But again, I actually don't have examples of the Twitch streamer, but I do have examples of my favorite YouTuber, DaTruth, and I'm gonna put those up.
I'm so tired of the Geo units. Because everyone goes, Kamehameha has all the Dokkan Fest alert, saying I thought Bojack and Gohan could be a dual Dokkan festival, and smartasses go, oh well, Bojack can't be a dual Dokkan Fest. It's like, yeah he can. So everyone going crazy, oh, Bojack is the man. I can hear everyone, you know, in their haughty tone, you're so stupid for using 3 dodge. And maybe I'm just being Mr. like, no, Gogeta, please, he has to be here.
Now the context behind those clips is he's basically mocking people in the Dokkan Battle community. If you know what that is, it's basically a mobile gacha game. But he's mocking people in the community for like the things that he does that they always have something to say about. So that's the context behind that. And the final section category, well, it's not the final thing I'm gonna say because I'm gonna give what and what not to do tips after this. Even though I probably should have did that first. But the final thing for this is stealing others' jokes. Alright, now let's be completely 100% honest here. You've done this before. We've all done it before. The last person that made you laugh, the last person that told you a joke and made you laugh, probably took it from somebody else, who took it from somebody else, who also took it from somebody else. 90% of the time, the jokes you hear are not original. It's the hard truth. But it's also a good thing, so now you don't have to feel as guilty for taking them or even making them better or spending off of those. So that's a good thing. I mean, let's be honest, if you thought the 3 roasts I did were funny, you're probably gonna steal those. So I guess it wouldn't even matter for me to say that if you're gonna do that anyway. But I might as well add. Now, some things that you shouldn't do while like making these is, first off, regardless of what I said earlier, you're not, everything that comes out of your mouth won't be funny. And if it is, that's a bad thing because no one's gonna take you serious. Sooner or later, you're gonna make like a awkward joke no one's gonna laugh at, or they're gonna fake laugh at and you're gonna know it. But that's when you like this is what you should do in that situation. So you should have like a backup thought in case of it. I mean, backup topic, not thought, but I guess technically it's a thought. Well, like what you should do, like in that situation where everybody's like fake laughing in their car and just looking at you stupid, you should have like a topic, not like anybody's ready to talk about. Say something like, what do you think the stupidest thing you guys have ever done? And they're gonna start thinking about that instead. And the thing about that is, it also gives you opportunity to hear what they've done, because it'll probably be funny because it'll be stupid. Think about it, it's literally a joke generator. Like, think about it, let it sink in. So you making an awkward joke can lead to like multiple better ones. So trust me, this right here is like, that's a good idea. So in a sense, it's also good to have accidental awkward ones. So that way you can ask a question like that, or just any question, but that's a good one to ask, so you can just like bite off of what they did and make a joke out of it for later. And also something very important, do not, even if like they're for real laughing at it, do not repeat the same joke over and over again. Like it might be funny the first, second, and third time, but if you say the same joke every time, every day, like I'm sure someone's done it before, do you really think it'll still be funny after that? Like, answer that question. All it's gonna do is have people fake laugh when they're around you, and you're gonna, hopefully sooner or later you would realize it, or hopefully you wouldn't even do this, because you're just saying the same thing over and over. Like, at least come up with something else. Like, if you're gonna say the same thing, at least wait like a month to say it again, and I'm serious. So that way, like, people don't like predict when it's coming. And if they could predict you're gonna say it once a month, then within that month, you should have been able to come up with something else. So you probably won't even have to say it once a month. And it should be obviously bad if somebody's gonna predict what you're gonna say, because it's not gonna be funny if they know it's gonna happen every single time. A couple times is good, but every single time, like, at that point, you're not even laughing at it. Another tip, if like you think nobody heard you because nobody laughed, or you know, only one person laughed, don't repeat it. They heard you, it wasn't funny, don't repeat it. It just makes it like worse than it was before when I was awkward. Now it's just like worse, to a point where they don't even want to be there anymore. So if nobody laughed, or only one person laughed, or you just like heard like a half a second laugh, don't repeat it. It wasn't funny. Do the backup thought thing, and try to have like 3 backup thought topics. With the first one I already said, the second one would be like, I don't know, name one of the most random things that happened to you And the third one would be like, what was your most awkward situation that you could remember? Now those three are pretty good. Now I'm not gonna lie, the second one has less of a chance to get an answer because somebody would have to remember a random moment from their life. And the average memory of a person probably can barely remember one, unless they have a crazy life. But they're all like solid questions. And on the bright side, even if the second question, like nobody can really answer it, at least they're not thinking about the, you know, kind of awkward, corny joke you made, and they're like trying to move on from it. And just worst case scenario, just make up something to say you have to leave if it gets that bad where you can't think of anything else. Just like pretend you're getting a phone call and just start walking out. That's the best thing you could do. And even like if it like was corny or whatever, no one is going to remember that by the next day unless you consistently like keep making corny or cringy stuff. You don't have to be funny every time. Just maybe like, yeah, that's how it gets awkward. You trying so hard. When you're trying to be funny, the thing is, don't try hard to do it. Just like try a decent amount. Because if you don't try at all, it's gonna be like flimsy. If you try too much, it's gonna be just probably cringe. So I don't know, try a decent amount. Like when you're trying to make a joke or whatever. And the final tip is, remember your awkward moments where you try to make people laugh. So that way you can remember what works and what's not. It took me, 2 years to realize, probably longer than that, to realize something that I was doing, like, I wasn't funny. And after the last time I did it, I was like, wow, that was kind of cringe, because I was doing it at 16 and it was bad. So reminisce on like some of the awkward moments you had, so you can like try not to do those anymore. I mean, yeah, that's mostly TV Squad. If you did not laugh once and learned nothing, and you know, I benefited you negatively, like 0%, you probably lost a brain cell or something, just like press the dislike button and unsubscribe, block me on everything, and just fry my router. But if I did help you, send this to like your cornball friend that keeps making bad jokes or whatever. And also, here's something you could do. Link like a YouTube video in the comments or something. Don't do TikToks. TikToks aren't funny. Like link like a YouTube video in the comments that you thought are funny, and put your jokes on there too, so we can all steal and share it, because let's be honest, you're here, you need them, so don't even deny it. And if you can deny it somehow, some way, like you could literally give like factual evidence or reasoning to why you were here that had nothing to do with benefiting on like how to be more of a funny person from literally being in the comments in this video, then I don't know, you need some type of Grammy or Oscar or something. But if you actually like the video and enjoyed it, you could subscribe if you want, but I actually want you to like it, and the main thing I want you to do is comment something like a YouTube video or something. I'm serious, no TikToks. I won't even read your comment for more than a second if I see that link in there. But yeah, if you actually like the video, comment something that you think is funny. And remember, like, share jokes and stuff, because you need them. If you have any questions about the video, comment them down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.